Here once again we sit, once again crowned and looked upon, I hope, with cheerful eyes. Some reasons of this double coronation I have possessed you with, and think them strong, and more strong than lesser is my fear, I shall endue you with. Meantime, but ask what you would have reformed that is not well, and well shall you perceive how willingly I will both hear and grant your requests. Let it be so. I do commit his youth to your direction. Hubert, what news with you? We cannot hold mortality's strong hand, good lords, although my will to give is living. The suit which you demand is gone and dead. He tells us Arthur is deceased tonight. Why do you bend such solemn brows on me? Think you I bear the shears of destiny? Have I commandment on the pulse of life? They burn in indignation. I repent. There is no sure foundation set on blood, no certain life achieved by others' death. A fearful eye thou hast. Where is that blood that I have seen inhabit in those cheeks? So foul a sky clears not without a storm. Pour down thy weather. How goes all in France? Oh, where hath our intelligence been drunk? Where hath it slept? Where is my mother's care? That such an army could be drawn in France, and she not hear of it. Withhold thy speed, dreadful occasion. Oh, make a league with me till I have pleased my discontented peers. What? Mother dead? How wildly then walks my estate in France. Under whose conduct came those powers of France that thou for truth givest out are landed here? Thou hast made me giddy with these ill tidings. Now, what says the world to your proceedings? Do not seek to stuff my head with more ill news, for it is full. Bear with me, cousin. For I was amazed under the tide, but now I breathe again aloft the flood, and can give audience to any tongue. Speak it of what it will. Thou idle dreamer, wherefore didst thou so? Hubert, away with him, imprison him, and on that day at noon whereon he says, I shall yield up my crown, let him be hanged. Deliver him to safety and return, for I must use thee. O my gentle cousin, hearest thou the news abroad? Who are arrived? Gentle kinsman, go and thrust thyself into their company. I have a way to win their loves again. Bring them before me. Nay, but make haste, the better foot before. Oh, let me have no subject enemies when adverse foreigners affright my towns with dreadful pomp of stout invasion. Be Mercury, set feathers to thy heels, and fly like thought from then to me again. Spoke like a spriteful noble gentleman. Go after him, for he perhaps shall need some messenger betwixt me and the peers, and be thou he. My mother dead? 5 moons. Why seekest thou to possess me with these fears? Why urgest thou so oft young Arthur's death? Thy hand hath murdered him. I had a mighty cause to wish him dead, but thou hadst none to kill him. It is the curse of kings to be attended by slaves that take their humours for a warrant to break within the bloody house of life, and on the winking of authority to understand the law, to know the meaning of dangerous majesty, when perchance it frowns more upon humour than advised respect. Oh, when the last account twixt heaven and earth is to be made, then shall this hand and seal witness against us to damnation. How oft the sight of means to do ill deeds make deeds ill done. Hadst not thou been by, a fellow by the hand of nature marked, quoted and signed to do a deed of shame, this murder had not come into my mind. But taking note of thy abhorred aspect, finding thee fit for bloody villainy, apt, liable to be employed in danger, I faintly broke with thee of Arthur's death, and thou, to be endeared to a king, made it no conscience to destroy a prince. Hadst thou but shook thy head, or made a pause when I spake darkly what I purposed, or turned an eye of doubt upon my face, as bid me tell my tale in express words, deep shame had struck me dumb, made me break off, and those thy fears might have wrought fears in me. But thou didst understand me by my signs, and didst in signs again parley with sin. Yea, without stop didst let thy heart consent, and consequently thy rude hand to act the deed which both our tongues held vile to name. Out of my sight, and never see me more. My nobles leave me, and my state is braved. Even at my gates with ranks of foreign powers, nay, in the body of this fleshly land, this kingdom, this confine of blood and breath, hostility and civil tumult reigns between my conscience and my cousin's death. Doth Arthur live? Oh, haste thee to the peers, throw this report on their incensed rage, and make them tame to their obedience. Forgive the comment that my passion made upon thy feature, for my rage was blind, and foul imaginary eyes of blood presented thee more hideous than thou art. Oh, answer not, but to my closet bring the angry lords with all expedient haste. I conjure thee but slowly, run more fast. Thus have I yielded up into your hand the circle of my glory. Now keep your holy word, go meet the French, and from his holiness use all your power to stop their marches, for we are inflamed. Our discontented counties do revolt, our people quarrel with obedience, swearing allegiance and the love of soul to stranger blood, to foreign royalty. This inundation of mistempered humor rests by you only to be qualified, then pause not, for the present time so sick that present medicine must be ministered, or overthrow incurable ensues. Is this Ascension Day? Did not the prophets say that before Ascension Day at noon my crown I should give off? Even so I have. I did suppose it should be on constraint, but heaven be thanked, it is but voluntary. Would not my lords return to me again after they heard young Arthur was alive? That villain Hubert told me he did live. The legate of the Pope hath been with me, and I have made a happy peace with him, and he hath promised to dismiss the powers led by Le Dauphin. Have thou the ordering of this present time? How goes the day with us? Oh, tell me, Hubert. This fever that hath troubled me so long lies heavy on me. Oh, my heart is sick. Tell him towards Swinstead, to the abbey there. Ay me, this tyrant fever burns me up, and will not let me welcome this good news. Set on towards Swinstead. To my litter straight, weakness possesseth me, and I am faint. Ay, merry now my soul hath elbow room. It would not out at windows nor at doors. There is so hot a summer in my bosom that all my bowels crumble up to dust. I am a scribbled form, drawn with a pen upon a parchment, and against this fire do I shrink up. Poisoned, ill fare, dead, or soot cast off, and none of you will bid the winter come to thrust his icy fingers in my maw. Nor let my kingdom's rivers take their course through my burned bosom, nor entreat the north to make his bleak winds kiss my parched lips. And comfort me with cold. I do not ask you much. I beg cold comfort. And you are so straight and so ungrateful. You deny me that. The salt in them is hot. Within me is a hell, and their poison is as a fiend confined to tyrannize on unreprovable, condemned blood. O cousin, thou art come to shed mine eye. The tackle of my heart is cracked and burned, and all the clouds, wherewith my life should sail, are turned to one thread, one little hair. My heart hath one poor string to stay it by, which holds but till thy news be uttered. And then all this thou seest is but a clod and module of confounded royalty. That was King John by William Shakespeare. And this is Colorado Springs, Boston Bluffs, open space. I think they call it open space because it's like a park, but not really. So it's just an open space.